Everyone, so this is the summary of the poem Song of Myself, section 32, Animals by Walt Whitman. So this is the text of the poem. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied and not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So when the poem starts, poet says that he wants to spend time among the animals because animals are so peaceful, innocent and self-contained. Poet is surprised to notice that animals are satisfied and carefree, and he looks and observes the animals for a long time. Poet is amazed to see the simplicity of their lives. According to the poet, animals do not have to sweat to earn money and they don't complain about their condition. They don't stay awake during the nights and they don't regret over their sins like human beings. They don't have knowledge of good and evil and they don't make poet feel sick by talking about their duties to God. So they live a contented and satisfied life. They are not mad to pursue wealth and power. So they do not flatter or praise others unnecessarily, nor do they have heroes in their history to admire. So they don't strive for respect and are not unhappy. Come to the next lines. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? So in these lines, poet says that he feels that he himself also has the same qualities that animals have. So he is able to connect with them. He shares the same virtues which animals have and he wonders from where these animals have got these virtues. He thinks that he himself had given such virtues to them in the past when he had passed by them negligently. Come to the next lines. Myself moving forward then and now and forever, gathering and showing more always and with velocity, infinite and omnigenous and the like of these among them, not too exclusive toward the reachers of my remembrances, picking out here one that I love and now go with him on brotherly terms. So in these lines, poet says that he is moving everywhere to scatter these virtues by gathering a lot of experience. He says that he is infinite and omnigenous. He finds himself to be one among all the animals and he would like to live with them like their brother. Come to the next lines. A gigantic beauty of stallion, fresh and responsive to my caresses, head high in the forehead, wide between the ears, limbs glossy and supple, tail dusting the ground, eyes full of sparkling wickedness, ears finely cut, flexibly moving. His nostrils dilate as my heels embrace him. His well-built limbs tremble with pleasure as we race around and return. So now poet says that he likes a gigantic beauty of a horse who gives positive response to the cares of the poet. He admires his high head and wide forehead between the ears. His limbs are smooth and flexible and poet admires his limbs. His tail catches dust from the ground because it is too long. His eyes are full of sparkling wickedness. His ears are nicely cut. He moves flexibly. When poet embraces this horse, his nostrils get wide. The limbs of the horse enjoy the race with the poet. Come to the next lines. But I but use you a minute, then I resign you stallion. Why do I need your paces when I myself outgallop them, even as I stand or sit passing faster than you? So in the ending lines, poet says that he doesn't need a horse to roam around the earth because he is possessing a soul which can fly and run faster than any horse. And here the poem ends.